No, you need to be useful as well for the team. And you need to protect your fellow players, your allies, basically. Wow, that was a lot of damage from Twitch. Twitch, even though he got kind of a bad start, is really coming back. 7-3 now, 122 minions, and yeah, they just can't handle him anymore, it seems. And Garen is actually 2-5 with only 80 minions. How do you even do that? Yeah, he left the lane way too early. He should have picked up way more minions. He should have done more. He kind of didn't do anything, and that is a problem. That's starting to become a problem for his team. So they do have the Lee Sin to reveal the Twitch, but that's about the only guy they have that can reveal him. Obviously, it is still a pretty hard thing to do. Lee Sin still can't really reveal Twitch unless he already knows where he is. So he can kind of prevent Twitch from getting out of there. Once again, the disrupt on the ultimate from Misfortune. And oh, we're in trouble here. Nice ultimate from Nunu, saving the Nidalee there. At least I'm pretty sure she would have died otherwise. And they're all going to get out. They're going to lose a turret probably. But that is quite alright. Come on, go heal. Nunu, go heal. We need health here. Oh, nice damage. And Lee Sin going all in on this. Oh, it's going to be so close. Come on. Yep, bye-bye Garen. So yeah, I talked about Garen. I think I wanted to say more about it, but yeah, no, not so much about Garen, but about tanky dudes that are useful. Yeah, you have several of them, but all of them have either a grab like Amumu or Maokai, or they have a taunt like Rammus or Shen. Those are the really good ones, and those are the ones that we normally see like in the jungle, because they're so awesome when they come in for a gank. And obviously Twitch is going to pick up a kill here. Wow, that was well played. Exactly at the right moment he uses the ultimate to get Twitch out of his face, and yeah, he just made that work. Twitch is coming in, however, and knows that he's here. Oh, come on, no! Oh, that was very unfortunate. He almost got it, but almost is not enough. And obviously, yeah, he should have ran out completely, because you never know. This bush is often warded, and you really don't want to have or give away a free kill to Twitch, especially if Twitch is already fed. Well, you never want to do it. And wow, finally we do pick up the Twitch here, but yeah, it is now 4 versus 0 on this tower. Yeah, they picked up a 1 kill for 4. So yeah, I think they're going to lose at this point. They are still ahead in gold, so they can still do it, but you have to subtract the gold from this guy, so that's 3k. So yeah, they're kind of equal in gold. A little bit behind, about 400 gold behind on the enemy team when we talk about items and such. And of course, yeah, that is even though they are 4 kills ahead, and yeah, well, that's the way it is. There's nothing really you can do about that. The only thing, the only one that can do something about it is Riot. So if they detect a lever or a disconnect, they should be able to do something about it. So either by giving you all more gold for kills, so well, kind of giving you 20% more gold for everything. 25%, sorry. Or reducing the gold on the enemy team by 20%. And yeah, that was 20%. And yeah, they are going to pick up a whole bunch of kills because of the tower dive. The tower dive was unnecessary. And once again, yeah, they got a 2-for-2 trade. But they need to be more careful. Yeah, the perfect solution, by the way, would be to add a queue for people that want to join in these kind of games. So in the mid game, you would come in as, well, the champion that left. So in this case, Tryndamere. And you would get the gold that Tryndamere would have had at that point. And you just join the game when he disconnects. If he disconnects for longer than, let's say, 3 minutes. And then, well, the most you have is, well, 3 minutes of disconnect. And then you have a real player actually stepping into that role. And obviously, if that happens in the early game, yeah, it's pretty easy to just do to take over the role of Tryndamere. But obviously in the late game it might be more of a problem. Yeah, well, I think you can make it work. There's definitely a solution there. And yeah, you see what I meant with Garen just being a kill stealer, right? He's a really bad assassin because he can't really assassinate anyone unless they're low health. And then he most of the time picks up kills that are already done. That kill, so that kill that he just picked up, that was already Twitch's kill. And he still picked it up with his ultimate. And yeah, by now I don't think there's anything we can do. Because our team is not grouping up enough. The enemies are grouping up. But our team needs to group up as 4 and hope that they can actually kill someone. I'm not actually sure if he's going to win this. I actually forgot. But yeah, well, we'll see that soon enough. So this time the ultimate from Miss Fortune actually doing some damage, but it's not going to be good enough. She's not going to pick up the kill, and she is just going to get killed. Yep, too much derp at this moment. Yeah, just derping around, not doing the damage, not grouping up. Just all going for their own personal gain, and that is not how you should play this. If you have a 4 versus 5, the only way to win is to work as a team. Because you cannot go up 1 versus multiples, because, well, you're behind all game. And if you lose a champion, you lose way more than the enemies lose. Anyhow, we have them going in 1 at a time. Again, 1 versus 3. And yeah, you need to stop doing that because you're going to lose. Miss Fortune is in the bottom lane while we lose this. And she is going to recall now, but yeah, we already lost everything, so there's no reason to recall at that moment. And the enemy team is just going to push mid lane now. Obviously, this is good to be here as Miss Fortune. But yeah, once again, 1 guy going in. It is a 1 versus 2. Now it's a 3 versus 2. Now they can actually make this work. The enemies coming in. Well, no, only Soraka. Soraka, of course, not really well, significant in this fight at all. Although she did almost pick up that kill. But yeah, we do pick up 2 kills here. Because finally we had the multiple. We had a 3 versus 2 situation. So we picked up both of the kills. And it is a 3 versus 1 exchange. So that worked out well, but not because it worked out well or they did it correctly, but because they kind of got lucky that the enemies were spread out in the beginning, took a lot of damage, still picked up the kill, and then didn't run out, didn't regroup. Anyhow, yeah, we now should see they're not equal. I mean, it looks like they're equal. They made the same amount of money, which is true. But you have to subtract this amount of gold, 4,200. So it's 40k versus 45k. They're 5k behind, which is about, what, 12%? Something like that. And 12% is a pretty significant amount. And we are going to, it's actually more than like 10%. anyhow, they're going to just, yeah, demolish our base and take it apart piece by piece, because that is the way it works in a 4 versus 5. There is really no way to win this anymore. Twitch is way too fat. 13 kills, 13k gold, and yeah, he's just going to continue on, just slaying the entire team. And even though we can still pick up kills, because obviously we have some pretty fat champions as well, it is just not going to happen. The enemies just have more firepower, they have more HP. That's also a pretty significant thing. Just if you just look at the amount of damage you need to do to kill the entire team, the enemy team just has more. And they're, yeah, you cannot build more damage and more health, or more armor, whatever. So you have to be very cautious with how you spend that health, because, well, every time you go into a fight, if you're going to lose the same amount of health as your opponents, it means that they still have more, because they have one more guy. And even though that guy is like, let's say the Soraka, it doesn't really matter, because, well, I guess this guy, yeah, has about the same items as Garen, same amount of gold as Garen, I guess, 9,000. Well, it's a little bit off, but he doesn't have 6k, so it's the same amount of the jungler on the enemy team. But yeah, that's the way it is. In 4 versus 5, you get more gold, you get more experience, but you are always behind, unless you get a really significant amount of more kills, or more minions, or more dragons, more barons, those kind of things. But it's really, you need to have a significant amount of gold advantage, because you need 25% more gold generation, basically. You need to be 25% up on your enemies with all of your champions. And wow, this team fight worked out really well for the beginning, but then halfway through it just completely failed, and they lose 2 for 3, so it's kind of equal, but they can't really do this anymore. They can't really fight anymore because they're too low. And oh, look at that. Just, yeah, she just takes so much damage from the Twitch, because Twitch has a really high amount of damage. Still doesn't have anything really to deal damage. It's just attack speed, so relying on that poison, even though that's kind of a silly strategy. Oh, sorry, I missed the Infinity Edge. Oh, yeah, that's my bad. I completely missed the Infinity Edge. So he does have the damage. In fact, he has 291. Yeah, 291. That's a pretty significant amount of damage, in fact. Yeah, I was missing the Infinity Edge, but he had quite a lot of attack speed going, and yeah, 2.1 attacks per second is really not worth it. You're way better off with something that adds damage than something that adds more attack speed, because, well, this, yeah, dealing 8 true damage per second, who cares? Who the hell cares? 8 damage per second. He does 300 damage. No, he does 600 damage per second with his basic attacks, and you're going to build for 8 true damage per second? That is quite strange. Obviously, attack speed, a little bit of attack speed is nice on Twitch because of the 8 true damage per second for 6 seconds. So it's a pretty significant amount of extra damage dealt, but that's just for harassment purposes. So if someone harasses, or if you're going to harass with Twitch and you can land 2 shots instead of 1, that does an additional, well, what's that, 48 damage, just true damage just from that poison. But you can have a maximum of 6 stacks, I believe. So even if you attack someone 12 times, it still only applies 6 stacks of that poison. So getting more attack speed, it says stacking up to 6 times. I was wondering whether it still set that, or well, it still had that limit of 6. So yeah, it means that after 3 seconds you're going to have the full amount of stacks now, and that is just a little bit too soon. You're not going to get anything out of it then. Any more stacks, no more damage basically out of the extra attack speed, other than just your attack speed. Yeah, I don't know. It's just 70% extra attack speed as an item would have been nice, or this 50% attack speed would have been nice, but not both of them. It's just, yeah, the value of those diminishes quite steeply if you get multiple items with attack speed, and that's why we never see that on, or almost never see that on high ELO games. Anyhow, there's nothing we can do anymore. As I said, we are going to grab some kills, but really, yeah, there are too many minions. We're just losing our base piece by piece by piece, and every lane is pushing. So I'm guessing they can hold it off for quite a bit longer. I'm going to try to get everything done at least 2 times now, because I don't think they can actually win anymore. And it is going to take quite a while because they are doing so well. But, oh, they're going to pick up a Baron here. Okay. With a Baron, of course, yeah, that does make a difference. But I still think that it's going to be super hard because they screwed up in the mid game. They lost way too many kills. Oh, Twitch! Holy crap! Almost died to a random javelin there that wasn't even meant for him, I think. But holy crap! Oh! And there he died. So with Twitch dead, they can actually push this, because if they group up, it is 4 versus 4. They are ahead with the 4, because well, the enemy team just lost like 15k gold, more even 20k. And they can actually win this team fight at least. Should be able to pick up all 4 of them. I did not expect Twitch to be that stupid. He has been playing very well and does not show any, or did not show any signs of being, well, this stupid basically. And yeah, we get a full ace. Let's see what we can do with that. Are we going to pick up an inhibitor? They are going to go for the tower. They should be able to tank it pretty nicely, and yeah, they are going to take it out. Oh, Twitch, kill the Twitch! Yes, he is going to go down. They did lose their main carry, because that would be Nidalee. But, well, they did take down a tower. No inhibitor though, so the tower doesn't really matter. But the next time, they may actually be able to pick up an inhibitor. And this is... yeah, the problem you have when your base is pushed. You don't have any minions on the other side of the map, and yeah, you just lose the complete control over the jungle. And with the complete control over the jungle, you lose dragons, and not barons in this case, because they did pick up the baron. But you are going to lose the dragons, and I think Nidalee's build is full. Yeah, it is completely full. Which means that she doesn't have anything to spend her gold on, which is a significant oversight in the game. Still, I still think that, because 4 versus 5 would actually be doable if you had the abilities to spend more gold. And since, well, you're limited to 6 item slots, so you're not going to get a 7th item slot. You need to have items that you can actually upgrade infinitely. So, yeah. For example, if you had Infinity Edge, yeah, you should be able to upgrade that with damage, just plain damage, nothing else. Just make it, or have it do additional damage for a fixed amount of gold. So, for example, increase the damage by 50. For, I don't know, 10,000 gold. No, that's way too much. For 1,000 gold. I don't know what the actual price of AD is. I did calculate it at some point. But yeah, you should be able to upgrade that to Infinity Edge level 2. uh, which has 20 or 50 extra damage for a significant amount of gold, but well, a fair amount of gold. And then that way, if you do that with well, kind of the items that everyone buys, so Infinity Edge or Rabadon's Death Cap, that's also an item that everyone buys. Or with the health, you could go for Warmark's Armor, because you should be able to upgrade that in health. And maybe there are some more, well, lifesteal shouldn't be upgradable. But yeah, if you go for those items, I mean, everyone that is a significant, well, has a significant amount of gold or is a real carry, is going to go for those kind of items. And those items should be upgradable, just in damage. So AP on the one side, damage on the other side, and yeah, that way Nidalee wouldn't be stuck with, well, she now has 1.3k gold because she spent some gold on potions, sorry, elixirs. And the elixirs, yeah, you normally wouldn't buy them because they're kind of useless unless you have nothing else to spend your money on, which kind of points out how useless they are. Because people never buy them when they're behind or when they, well, you only build them when you think the game is going to be over in the next 5 minutes. Otherwise you just don't buy them. But anyhow, we are going to go into a 5 versus 3 because, yeah, well, Misfortune got caught once again. And Nidalee is going to go down here, but has her Guardian Angel up. It is not going to be good enough though. The enemies are going to just run in, do the damage. And yeah, there you go. That should be the end of that. I wonder why they no longer give 1000 armor magic resist to disconnected champions. Nah, well, whatever. We get the victory! See, still a victory. Now we actually lost this for the simple reason that it was 4 versus 5 and they got caught too many times to well, to get a significant gold lead, because even though they do have a gold lead, and that's why they could hold it off for so long. Yeah, you have to subtract the 6k gold first. After you've subtracted the 6k gold, you have to see who died. So in this case, Misfortune died in the beginning of the team fight for no reason at all, just because she was greedy and she wanted to be in the front for some reason, not with her team. So you lost another 20k gold there. So that's 26k gold. If you subtract that from this, you're at 50k gold. Against almost 70k gold. Yeah, that's not going to be very fair, is it? So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.